Welcome back. We're still finishing off the rounds here in Crossbell during its 70th anniversary festival. So let's start here in Melheim. Let's see who's around, if anybody is actually around. You're staying inside. Oh, no. Why is he face down? Why is he face down? Hey, Dad, you promised you'd take me to the festival. Oh, it's Wendy's dad. He looks pretty exhausted. I just got home from my trip. Let me sleep in for a while, Pansy. I miss my soft and comfy bed back home. So good. Alright. Poor Wendy. Oh, it's you guys again. Are you guys on patrol during the festival? Sucks to be you. Yeah. You on your way out again? Don't cause too much of a ruckus, alright? And there's nothing quite like the festivals. I think I'll go to the central square today. Chiruru is still acting like a social recluse. I'm treating her and everything today, and yet there's nothing quite like festivals. I think I'll go to Central Square. Very well. I came back home for the first time in a while. The city's too damn noisy. Ugh, how annoying. This is why I hate people. Screw it, I'm going to sleep. Well, if it isn't Lloyd! You're on duty today, are you? Aren't you? You are, aren't you? Are you? No, surely. You are! Yeah, a detective's work is never finished. Hey, Uncle, have you started your vacation yet? Yep, I'm planning on going out for a bit of a stroll later. I'd love for Cecile to join us, but she's too busy. Yeah, I think even a detective like yourself would have trouble navigating this crowd. Make sure you take rests when you need to. Wouldn't want you to wear yourself out. Oh, no, of course not, no. Hi, Auntie. Thank you for dinner yesterday. It was indescribably delicious. It was no big deal. Come by again anytime you want. Lloyd's gone and imposed himself upon the New Year's household again, has he? What's the big idea, bud? Where's our invitation? I wanted to see Cecile too, man. That's rich coming from you. Weren't you out partying with her co-workers? Have some shame, Randy. I'm planning to check out the festival with your uncle. Keep up the good work, everyone. I mean, it said everybody, but yeah, I'm stuck on saying everyone now because of goddamn Xenoblade. That's where that all comes from, by the way, if you didn't know. All the way back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. My mum really didn't want me going to the festival, so I snuck out. In any case, I'm here to party it up and have the hell of a time. A 3-hour bumpy train ride from the Empire. But here we are. We finally made it to Crossbell. Now, in the future, you won't have to leave the Empire, you know. Oh, please, try a sample. Please buy a loaf if you enjoyed it, okay? I baked all the bread today. Come and buy some if you'd like. I'm having a Bennett special. Not enough mirror? We'll see about that. When I got some, it's fine. There you go, Bennett. I bought some. I went to hear the mayor's opening speech yesterday. Meg McDowell is already pushing past 70, isn't he? Doesn't even seem fazed by his recent accident. Mayor McDowell is every bit extraordinary as I thought he'd be. I wonder when he plans on retiring. Probably never. Chiruru and I made a promise. She hasn't come back. What's she doing? I told her to meet me at the bakery. Please don't tell me she forgot about it. She's probably gonna go to sleep, so... Yo, Lloyd! We've been working like dogs because of the festival. Burning thrice the volume of bread compared to a normal day. I was worried that McDowell getting hurt would affect business, but I guess you just can't kill the love for bread. Try baking a new type of bread to commemorate the anniversary festival. Wanna try some? I mean, yeah, if you've got it. Triple berry bread. Ooh. Triple berry. It just depends what the berries are, you know. Do my eyes deceive me? Bennett, of all people, is handling the stall. Color me surprised. What's that, like a sort of like off-color red? She's even trying her best to maintain a smile for the customers. You're going to make your dad worry if you try too hard to change, dummy. He's giving her to her all, eh? Well, color me surprised. No, seriously, what color is surprised? I can't color you surprised if I don't know what color that is. I was wandering around during the festival and managed to stumble upon this bakery. There's delicious looking bread as far as the eye can see. I forgot, tourists only have one line. I'm tired of walking. Crossbell is too darn big. My dad wandered off somewhere alone. Fair enough. I hope we'll be able to enjoy the festival together this year. You're not a tourist, you should have 2 lines at least. This festival has filled Crossbell with joy. All of Crossbell should savor the experience. Let's try to put aside social standing during this time. Try. Please close my lid. Can't you see how much confetti I'm collecting? No. No, I cannot. I'm assuming it's maybe the Geofront ones have different chest messages, I don't know. Ah, it's too noisy outside. Can't concentrate because of it. Welcome to Kendall's architectural firm. Come on in, we're open. Doo-doo. It's finally here. Our concealers starting to perform their newest production. Managed to score tickets for the last day of the anniversary festival. So I'm avoiding anything and anyone until then. Miss me with those spoilers, alright. I'm not ruining this for myself. Oops, I better keep my trap shut. You better not even think about spoiling it. It appears to be locked. Again, it's not that it is, it just looks like it. How strange. Casually strolling around the festival is just as fun as I thought it'd be. After all, it's not every day you get to see the boisterous crowds at the festival. It's quite different. You can turn a single street corner without finding a food stall. The city is on the entirely different level during the festival. Welcome. That husband of mine, leaving all the work to me as usual. No matter, I've got to keep working hard. The festival. Too many customers. I hate this. Aw, Momo. Welcome. Oh, Momo. This year marks the 70th anniversary of Crossbell State's founding. Crossbell was established as a state when my grandpa was a kid. When you put it into perspective, it's kind of crazy to think about. You never really pay attention to it, but it's easy to forget that our own state. Sure. Our own state, sure. When you put it in perspective, it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, sure. That's crazy to think about it like that. Yep. Oh dear. Mr. Grimwood always treats me like I'm a little kid. Well, I mean, why the heck would I be interested in some dumb festival? Mr. Grimwood wanted to see it. That'd be another story, but... I'm studying law under Mr. Grimwood. To become a great lawyer like him someday. So Mr. Grimwood told me he really wanted to go to the parade. I'd naturally accompany my teacher. Alright. Oh, hello. Have you four been making your way around the festivities? Yeah, you could say that. That's good to hear. With the brave heroes who stopped Elie McDowell's assassination on patrol, I'm sure the citizenry will feel safe and secure. Well, when you say it like that, it's quite embarrassing. Agreed, I'm not sure if we deserve that much flattery, Mr. Grimwood. Really? Isn't it the truth? I don't see any reason to be so humble, Lloyd. Anyway, sir, are you planning to go and enjoy the anniversary festival? I'd like to, but unfortunately, I have work and other things for the time being. As you know, my enterprises operate out of Crossbell, and they won't rest because of a festival. I still want to find some time to take a look around if possible. It is the anniversary festival after all. In the meantime, I've got some work to wrap up, but still I want to find some time to take a look around if possible. After all, I'm sure Pete would enjoy the chance to goof off every once in a while. I tried to go join the festivities too, but Kinda got lost in the B sector. More and more trains are up and running thanks to the increase in tourism. I've heard people predict that there'll be more tourists than usual this year too. You know what that means? More trains! For a train buff like myself, there's no greater joy in the world than that. If the service frequency increases, I'll get even more sneak peeks at Zemuria's beautiful trains. For a train buff like myself, there's no greater joy in the world than that. Excuse me, are you local? If it's no trouble, could you recommend me some popular sightseeing spots? If only. I doubt many people know the reference that I was making there with the way I said that. Are you local? Phew, the train station's getting pretty crowded now. I'll be lucky if I can get one of the packages delivered today. So the bustling central square is right over there. Can't miss my chance to see it in the limelight while the festival is going on. Indeed. The train station's getting pretty crowded now. Look if I can get all the packages delivered today. Indeed, Billy. Indeed. Is celebrating the anniversary festival underneath the bell of Crossbell weird? Or the most appropriate way to celebrate Crossbell imaginable? I wanted to try traveling alone just once in my life. I've heard all kinds of wild things about Crossbell, but it's been an enjoyable experience all overall. Oh, looks like there is a few more things about here. So we've got an Ilia poster and a hanging Mishi. And obviously, Crossbell Times, issue 4. I don't want to buy 2 of them. Why would I want to buy 2 of them? It's just overkill. Sedan examined Lloyd's fishing notebook. Well, Lloyd, managed to catch yourself some real boots. Good work, kid. Starting today, you are now a second-class fisher. Achieve the rank of second-class fisher. Receive second-class fisher certificate. Receive luck as a prize. Well, we all need luck, don't we? You did it, Lloyd. Congrats. You know, I actually had some struggles managed to become a second-class fisher. I didn't know how to handle it, so I hid away in the mountains. Find my inner angler. Managed to get in touch with Mother Nature, which sharpened my senses. Next thing I know, I catch the elusive pearl glass and boom! Promotion. I'm sure you had your fair share of hardships too, which is exactly why this is a momentous occasion. Now that you've managed to make it this far, I'm expecting great things from you, Lloyd. I'll try to live up to your expectations, sir. By the way, I'm currently a second class. Sorry, I did it wrong. By the way, if I'm currently a second class fisher, does that mean the next rank is first class fisher? Right you are, kid. The next rank is indeed first class fisher. In order to advance to first class fisher, you must catch at least 16 unique kinds of fish. At long last, you've counted among the ranks of the high-ranked anglers in the guild. I'm looking forward to your next feat. Right, so I think that's as done with the rounds as far as I think, anyway. Obviously, we've still got St. Ursula. We will be heading there, but, you know, want to be a bit careful with this support request. You know, I don't know where it starts. I don't know what happens, so it's like I want to stay away from St. Ursula for now. So let's go on to Geofront B1 Sector Monster Extermination. A dangerous monster, Big Drome, has been sighted in the Geofront's B1 sector. We ask that the Special Support Section deal with this threat swiftly. Items of note, it specializes in arts. Be aware of its regenerative power. A large monster is prowling around. Exterminate! Ooh, there's guys behind it. So what we got here? What are you? Can't tell at the moment. Let's go with a holy bullet then. Randy. What do you want to do? Crash bomb? We'll see how it works out. Good.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see here. Brave Smash. Little strength up by 25%. Go for the combo. Could go for Turkish Charge. One item. One arts here. Could go for the guard. Let's go for the chrono down on that. I mean, obviously, you know, Avalon Gate. I mean, what was the point in that? You can prepare all you want. I move forward. Hey, back off. Resist, okay. Avalon Gate should work out nicely. Should, in theory. We know how powerful it can be. Yep. They're gone. I'll save a certain something for a certain Sepith coming up, but we do need to impede you. So let's get Holy Bullet going. No, you can recover all you want, you can recover all you want. Obviously, Avalon Gate. I missed it, I was too... such a fool. Such a twitch, you might say. Ah, well, it's not like I can't get Sepith. Yeah. It's like the amount of Sepith... I've got rid of loads just to generate loads of money here and there, so... It's like, screw it. Lovely. Eh? Holy Bullet. Oh, I was hoping for the impede. Well, that's bad, isn't it? Maybe? Nope, nothing. Ooh. 32, Avalon Gate. Holy Bullet. Oh, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, that one's dead then. Yeah, there we go. And it works out in the end. Exterminate a monster in Geofront B sector. Yes, yeah, we know this, right? I didn't get anything for that? Oh. Alright then, important item retrieval. Warrant Officer Mireille. I request your assistance in search of a lost item, if you please. For details, see Warrant Officer Mireille, the commanding officer of Bellegarde Gate. Oh, there's actually a little scene going on. What in the world is this? Huh. Was this here the other day? Let's take a little peek, shall we? Randy, is something wrong? This thing is one of the CGF's armored cars. Why is it here? On top of that, they went so far as to conceal it with this tarp. They sure did a shoddy job. Tarp like that makes it clear as day it's hiding something fishy. Now that we're at Bellegarde Gate, maybe we should take care of that support request. Maybe this armored car has something to do with it. I believe that the request was to search for a lost item. And as for the client, it was, Warrant Officer Mireille. Mireille, she was that blonde soldier we met before, right? Yep, that's right. She may be busy with work, but you should try asking her about the request. Perhaps you could casually bring up the armored car if you're so interested in it. Good idea. Oh, drat, just where did it run off to? If I don't find it soon. Yeah, Mireille. How's my favorite CGF soldier doing? Nice to see you again, Warrant Officer. Randy, and the rest of the Special Support Section. What are you four doing here? Oh, right, it's about that support request I submitted, isn't it? I've been in such a rush, I nearly forgot about it. I'm sure you have your work cut out for you here, right? Classic Mireille. She puts on the serious face, but she's really not all there. Excuse me? Someone like you has no right to say that to me. Can we calm down, everyone? I know it's sudden, but would you mind explaining the request to us? For an organization as influential as the CGF to ask us for help. I guess you must be in some real trouble. Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry, we're a little disorganized right now. So you see, we've accidentally misplaced something incredibly important to the gate. Normally, finding it would be our top priority. But as you can see, we're running short on manpower during the anniversary festival. That's why we decided to ask for some assistance in the matter. I think I understand the situation. So what exactly are we looking for? It's the key to the armored car that the Guardian Force has just deployed. It's one of the newer models. A new model? I'd only heard rumors about it, so it's finally been deployed. Hard to understand how you could have lost something so valuable. Let me guess, the commander? I suppose that wasn't a hard guess. It wasn't? How so? Well, it started yesterday. The commander has thrown an exclusive party celebrating Crossbell's 70th birthday. At said party, the commander drank more alcohol than he probably should have. And then he had one of the soldiers drive our new armored car to his party. Must have been trying to win over his guests by showing off his new shiny ride, eh? How despicable. Once the commander returned and had the car parked inside the gate, the soldier gave the key back to him. And somehow, he misplaced it. Now that we can't move it, we had no choice but to put a tarp over it in a last-ditch effort to conceal it. I was wondering what it was doing outside. Was that really your best move? The tarp makes it look more suspicious, I think. Well, if they left the car as is, it would probably raise a lot of questions they don't wish to answer. For example, why exactly is the CGF's new heavily armored duty car actively deployed inside of the border gate? If the Imperial Army took it as a threat, I'm not sure we'd be able to reason with them. No, not the Empire, no. You can't be serious. At the very least, we'd like to avoid any provocation at all costs. Is this new model really all that? The armored car we were using before was pretty nice when it came to defense and mobility, if I remember right. Trust me, it is. The new model is an upgrade, more combat-orientated version of our older cars. It's equipped with Vulcan cannons, miniature missile pods, and an overhaul of its base firepower. If you inspected the CGF's entire arsenal, it would easily come out on top, no doubt about it. Gotcha. I agree with you then. Leaving that out in the open ain't a good idea. So, where exactly is the oh-so-wonderful commander right now anyways? This was his room, yeah? I'll get to all that. This morning, the commander left and told us to find the plastic key while I'm gone. Also, he made sure to inform us that he absolutely had to use the festival's social gatherings to his advantage. Yeah, sounds like him, alright. The more I hear about this commander, the less I am eager to meet him. Anyway, we really want to move the armored car out of the public eye ASAP. Will you help us find the key? Accept, of course. We'd be happy to help, Warrant Officer. Really? Thank you very much. Now, would you mind helping us retrace the commander's steps? Did he mention anything that might give us any leads? Let me think. If you'd like to hear what I was able to get out of him this morning, I would be more than happy to share. That should suffice. When the commander returned, he had the armored car parked right inside of the gate, and he took the key from the soldier driving. Most likely due to craving a light meal in an attempt to sober up. So he stopped by the mess hall, and had one of the cooks make him some food. Afterwards, he waltzed up to the roof and sung his heart out for a while. Alright. And once he finished, he realized that he had no idea where the key had gone. Sounds like a proper drunk. I think it was a miracle that he made it to the rooftop at all, given his condition. What a loser. What we just heard, we know for a fact that the key was lost while he was gallivanting around the gate. And if that's the case, we shouldn't have to worry about searching anywhere other than Belgard Gate. I agree, Elie. Alright then, we should perform a sweep of the general area first. Who knows, we might find some clues, or with luck, the key. Warrant Officer Mariah, would you like to accompany us on our search? No, sorry, I feel like I would just get in the way if I came along. In the meantime, I'll search for it by tearing apart the commander's office. Sounds good, Mariah. Even in the most desperate of situations, you can always count on me. Jeez, Randy, I am counting on you. We should go ahead and commence our search for the key. Let's start by checking out the armored car and its surrounding area. So, according to Mariah, the commander parked the car here, and it hasn't been moved since. I'd say we should search the area for the key, but I assume the CGF would have found it if it was actually here. That's a good point. It would be a waste of time to search the area again. Besides, since the car has those bulky Vulcan cannons on top, can't exactly remove the tarp to take a closer look. Damn, I kinda want to see this baby in all its glory. Randy, have you ridden in an armored car like this before? I'm curious as to whether the suspension has been improved from earlier models. Yep, and I'm wondering about the same thing. If they got permission to use them, I'm sure they'd be super nice for patrols and stuff like that. Noel would die of happiness, eh? I think you might be right. Looks like we have visitors from the Empire. Let's go check it out. Oh, look at the fancy car. Oh my. Whoa, a limo? Those Erebonians must sure like riding in style. It appears to be a Rhineford company limousine, custom made as well. Who owns this? Wait a second. Oh, if it isn't the fine ladies and gentlemen of the special support section. Petit de Croix. Good day, everyone. I trust that Crossbell has been treating you well. Uncle Dieter? It's been a while, sir. It has indeed. You'll have to forgive me. If my arrival get in the way of your duties. Not at all. As always, you can't help but feel energized by that aura of his. Are you returning from a business trip by any chance, sir? That's right. Negotiations in the Empire. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is that giant thing sitting behind you? I guess it's hard to not notice. It's kind of a long story. I see. Allow me to make an educated guess, then. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it must be one of the CGF's new armored cars or something like that, right? How do you know? Did I catch you off guard? There's a simple explanation, I assure you. You see, at the party I attended yesterday, I ran into the CGF commander. He, in his drunkenness, mentioned something about that very car to one of his subordinates, I believe. I've sat with him at multiple parties now, and I really do think he should work on that drinking problem of his. That answers that. He must have left for the Empire directly after the party, correct? And if that's the case, you might have the clue we're looking for. What exactly do you mean? Allow me to explain. The SSS informed Dieter of the situation, and there's a support request. I'm thinking I'm starting to understand. No wonder the CGF left a weapon like this in the middle of pedestrian view. But I'm afraid I won't be of much help to you all. Like I said earlier, I had negotiations in the Empire today, so I had to leave the party early in order to make it on time. In other words, by the time the commander made it back to Bellegarde Gate, I was already long gone. Jeez, what a bummer. Guess all we can do is stick to retracing his steps. This may be presumptuous of me to ask, but can I give you a piece of advice I was given by Belle a long time ago? Maria Belle gave you advice? Again, it was many, many years ago. But I had the habit of losing things. I would carry random things around and, no matter the item, always forget where I put them. Really, but I never guessed that judging by how you act now. I think it was because of my youth, but I'll take that compliment. Anyway, every time I would lose something, Belle would always be there to find it for me. And each time, she would let out a great big sigh and tell me this. Father, how many times do I need to tell you? When you lose something, you have to look where you least expect it to be. Search the unexpected places. Well, I suppose that makes sense. In short, Belle was simply trying to tell me to change my perspective. Now, I'm not sure how much further use I have to you all, but... No, sir, we appreciate the advice. Thank you very much. I'm happy to have helped. Oh, dear, I seem to have gotten carried away with our conversation. I think my car might be a bit of a nuisance sitting in the middle of the gate like this. If you'll excuse me. Oh, have a safe drive home, sir. Thank you, sir. Until we meet again, SSS. Never changes, that guy. You know, he gave us some pretty valuable advice. Change our perspective, huh? It's definitely something we forgot to think about. Might be the key to find this, key. Now then, let's keep retracing the commander's steps and see where that takes us. I believe Warrant Officer Morale told us that after the commander parked the car, he went to the mess hall. And let's take our investigation there. Yo, Stella, keeping yourself busy? Oh, Randy, funny seeing you here. Weren't you wanting to order something? Not exactly. We're searching for the armored car's key as per Warrant Officer Morale's request. So you guys are the ones who got stuck with that. Warrant Officer already asked me to look around. Combed over the mess hall high and low, but it's nowhere to be found. I suppose we can mark the mess hall off our list then. We're in the process of retracing the commander's steps. Do you mind recounting what you witnessed last night? Sure, I don't mind. The first day of the anniversary festival was incredibly hectic here. While I was catching my breath, the commander stormed in here, utterly wasted. All of a sudden, he yelled at me to cook something that would sober him up, so my break was cut short. And it was right after I finished taking inventory for the night. He must act like he owns the place. Oh, yeah, he loves to show people who's boss. Deputy Commander Balls is quite different in that regard. Excuse me, would you know if he had the key on him while he was eating his meal? Beats me. I only heard about it being lost when I woke up this morning, so I'm afraid I wasn't really paying attention. Is that so? There's no way of knowing whether he had the key here or not. What's everyone doing gathered around in this mess hall? Good timing, Beyond. These people are helping the CGF recover that key or whatever. Nice to meet you. We're the Special Support Section. The people from the rumors. Well, good morning. Hey, Beyond. Still the same military buff as always. Afraid so. It's been a while, Randy. Haven't spoke to you since, earlier today. So, Beyond, did you end up finding the key? You know, the one the warrant officer told us about? After giving it a quick search, I can safely say that it isn't in the inn. Also, it doesn't seem like the commander went to the inn in the first place. Given that you sound uncertain, is it safe to assume you weren't there yourself? Well, I had just finished cleaning up and went to take a break on the roof when the commander arrived. Hold on. Did you remember something? Yeah, when I was leaving the roof, I passed him on the way down. If I'm not wrong, I remember him spinning around something that looked like a keychain. Maybe that's where your key was. Then that means it's extremely likely the commander had the key when he was on the roof after leaving the mess hall. Bothers me that he would act so nonchalant with something so important. Certainly agree, but at least he picked up a valuable statement. You got a pretty good memory there, Beyond. Must be nice. You think so? Isn't that so convenient, Beyond? Tell me, does that mean my entire search of the mess hall was a waste of time? Sorry about that. Well, I think it's about time to head back to work. See you later, Stella! I'd run if I were you. Coward. Hey, thanks to him, we bagged ourselves a good lead. Couldn't have done it without you, Stella. And he's right. Even though you only knew it wasn't in the mess hall, that narrowed down our list of potential hiding places by a lot. You're welcome. Actually, had no idea how important that key was. You have to find the key for the sake of the Crossbell Guardian Force, and for Warrant Officer Mirael. We'll do our best, I promise. Now, is our next destination the roof? Well, we made it to the roof. According to Warrant Officer Mirael, the CGF commander sung his heart out up here. I imagine it took a while to climb the stairs while he was under the influence. Yes, but our biggest issue is that he doesn't remember where exactly he misplaced the key. If we were to lose it anywhere, this would be the place. Let's try searching for a while and see where that takes us. So look for exclamations then. Hello? Wait, is that? Why, just where in the world could this key be? What's this? The lid of a juice can. Yeah, we could just throw this away. It is strange, just that little lip off to the left. Yeah, we'll be there at one point. Is that a tunnel leading into Erebonian? That's right. More specifically, that tunnel and the fortified mountain base up ahead both comprise the fortress. As the Empire's easternmost stronghold, it is used to keep Calvard in check. Seeing it this close, can't help but feel incredibly intimidated by the Empire. Can't blame you for feeling that way, Teotot. After all, the mountain's hiding two of the Empire's scariest weapons, the railway guns. Cannons. Railway guns? I feel like I've heard of them somewhere before. I'm sure you have. They're the pride and joy of the Imperial Army, the ultimate weapons of mass destruction. But those bad boys fire 18 reggae shells. They were invented as a strategic safety measure by the Rhinefoot Company. 2 years ago, tensions between the Empire and the Republic had finally reached a breaking point. While both countries began to conduct large-scale military exercises, the wall over there opened, revealing their two enormous railway guns. Weapons which have the capacity to hit Crossbell City. If Erebonian were to unleash them, tragedy would be unavoidable. Crossbell Times never mentioned these while I was living in Calvard. Never knew that the current situation was this unstable. And as you see, they've got their trump card stored away right now. Might owe the Liberl Queen's non-aggression pact thanks to that. Definitely. I'd always heard that she was an admirable person, but I have a newfound respect for her now. Looks like we got sidetracked. We should continue our search for the key. So, is there anywhere... It's gotta be on the roof. What's with that shining light? That's just a 10-meter coin. Kinda probably dropped it. Finding it is proving difficult. At the very least, we know for a fact that the commander was up here. Acting under the assumption that he dropped the key on the roof may not be the correct decision. If that were the case, the guardsman would have found it immediately. Considering what Mr. Croy told us earlier, we might need to change our perspective on this entire thing. It's only a possibility, but what if the key fell into a place that we can't normally reach? Let's investigate every nook and cranny of this place one more time. Okay. I was expecting it to be down there, like where the chest is. That made more sense to me, like, okay. Oh, is it down there? Oh, so it did fall off onto whatever that is down there, rather than down there. Okay, yeah. Huh? Lloyd? What's the matter? I see it. How the hell did it end up in a place like that? Given its true location, I'm not surprised that they were unable to find the key, no matter how much they scoured the gate. For now, let's let the warrant officer know. We may need to borrow a ladder or something in order to grab it. Right, let's go find her. I think you were looking for this. Randy handed the key to the armored car over to Morale and explained how they found it. Seriously ended up in a place like that? Never would have found it then. What probably happened is that your commander dropped it while he was singing on the roof. That aside, I'm just relieved that you were able to find it. Thanks to you, we can find and move the armored car somewhere less conspicuous to travelers. Guess I'm in your debt this time, Randy. Don't worry about it. But if you really want to make things even, how about going on a date with me? It'd be a good time. Don't what I was expecting. Idiots never change, do they? Oh, thank you for everything, SSS. You're welcome, Mira. If you ever need anything from us, all you have to do is submit a support request. I'll keep that in mind. Now, if you'll excuse me. Case closed, eh? I suppose so. Wasn't sure we would find the key for a second there. If a stranger picked it up, I don't know what we would have done. Considering where it was dropped, I'd say we got lucky. I'm inclined to agree. Incident like this could be avoided if the commander was a bit more observant. He's always been an incompetent jackass, even when I was stationed here. If you didn't find that key, Morale probably would have taken the heat for losing it. That man is hopeless. You're telling me. Still, at least we know there are people like the Deputy Commander and the Warrant Officer doing honest work in the CGF. I'd like to think that most of the Guardsmen are following suit, despite everything. Good point, Lloyd. Well, time to head out? Yeah. Let's go. Indeed. Of course I will. Right, so that's us done for this part. In the next part, we'll go off and see about getting these 2 support requests sorted, and then maybe going on to Missing Associate Professor. So we'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.